Tyler, a few months ago, I talked about how big oil companies like Exxon Mobil, Royal Dutch Shell, they were finally bringing the Kazagan project into operation. But the project was almost immediately shut down because of pipeline leaks. What is going on there? Are we actually getting closer to having this thing up and running, or?
Well, according to the consortium of companies that run the project, you've got ExxonMobil, Royal Dutch Shell, as well as some of the foreign companies, Total and Eni Spa. They say yes. But it seems like nowadays, all bets are off when it comes to running this project.
Now, we have seen some big projects go over budget, get delayed. Chevron's Gorgon project comes to mind, but it's nothing compared to this one. Why has this project been such a struggle?
Sure. Well, like Gorgon, it's a complete greenfield project where no previous infrastructure existed in this area. You've got on top of that, it's a very remote region, needs extremely long pipelines to get either to processing facilities or even bring something to market from there. Then on top of that, you got harsh weather. The region sees temperatures less than 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit for months at a time, lots of icing in the Caspian Sea, which has made a problem. And then to throw a cherry on top of it, the oil in the region is so laced with hydrogen sulfide, it can essentially kill a man in seconds in the event of a leak.
Oh, geez. So it's really not the prettiest picture. Why would Exxon and Shell even bother with this project?
Sure. I think there's really two reasons, I assume. Number one, it's a vast resource. There's estimated 38 billion barrels of proved reserves under the Caspian Sea in this Kazagan project. And once it's up and running, it'll produce about 1.6 million barrels per day. That would essentially make this project alone equivalent to a top 20 nation in terms of both production and reserves. And then in the other one, I kind of have that Genesis song "In Too Deep" stuck in my head. It's they've already spent over $50 billion of capital tied up in this project, and final estimates to ramp this thing up to that 1.6 million barrels per day is going to approach somewhere around $190 billion to get this project going. It's really, really hard to walk away from that much oil and that much invested capital.
Is there anything that could convince these companies to walk away?
I think the only thing that could really get them to get out of it was if some very, very large Chinese oil company or maybe one of the Russian oil giants were to step in and take their share. Some of those companies have been a little bit more interested in growing production rather than the return. Some people are starting to question the returns on Kazagan. So perhaps in some super mega deal on levels that you and I have never seen before, one of these guys could come in and take a share from Exxon or Royal Dutch Shell or somebody like that.
Certainly possible, though I imagine they might wait to see, for this thing to actually work first before they step in and buy it, but who knows. Tyler, thank you for your insight today. Thank you for watching, and Fool On.